Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast. We're feeling it. Joe's not taking that jacket off in 3 weeks straight.
Well, I didn't have it on for the last week's episode, so I must have not taken it off then. You've worn mustard and navy every day since you were 14, so you can't say anything.
Fucking love it. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm Joe McGrath.
I'm Joe Smith.
And over there in the corner,
Ethan James.
the boy wonder.
Hello everyone.
Looking tanned, mate.
I am looking a bit tanned, but I haven't actually used the tanning moisturiser today. But I've used the facial cleaning product, which must also have a tanning effect.
Why do you keep buying stuff with tanning effect in it?
You love it, don't
Just
you?
because it's winter and you can't get your vitamin D. You can't just slather your face in gravy and pretend that you've got a suntan.
Do you take any vitamins, Ethan, to keep yourself alive?
No, but when I tried veganism, I did try B12 because you needed that when you stop eating meat. But then I just ditched that and started living my normal life again.
How long were you a vegan for?
It was part-time, so I'd be vegan 3 days of the week and then non-vegan for the other 4.
Right. I think you can be vegan sort of by accident for one day.
Yeah.
Wake up.
And then the other 2 is just...
Yeah. Wait, what were you eating? What was your main meal of choice?
I'd make, let me think. So, for example, pasta, I'd put veggie sausages in. For fajitas, I'd do a bit of veggie chicken and that. Disgusting veggie chicken.
I love how as well it's he has no concept that a meal can be anything other than pasta or fajitas.
Yeah.
I have to have the meals I always ate, so let me try and replace the meat stuff. Not I tried something new. I had vegetable tacos or a wrap or a big salad. It's I always have my sausage pasta, so I had to swap out the normal sausages for a veggie. I mean, fajitas. I've got to have us fajitas.
Why did you say fajitas again?
I was watching a bit of Bear Grylls the other day, and he was saying
Was that someone grilling up a little bit of black bear?
Sorry, it was the Louis Theroux interviews Bear Grylls, and he said he tried veganism, but he said lentils were terrible. They'd give you lots of gas, and I already struggle with some stomach issues, so I thought I'd stay away from that. And he recommends having steak twice a day.
Wow. I mean, before we started recording this, Ethan, you said you were cooking. What did you cook today then?
I defrosted my stepdad's mince, and I made.
Why did that sound like he's just been wanked off for the first time in 20 years?
Mince is everywhere.
Yeah.
What's
Come
so
over
good
here
about
and
your
defrost
stepdad's
this mince, will you, lad? Oh, it's freezing cold. It's not been warmed up in months.
So go on. So what's so important? What's so special about
my
this mince?
stepdad's mince.
Well, what's so important about the mince?
No, what's so good about it? Sorry.
Why is it his mince?
Oh, he's brilliant at making mince.
What do you mean at making mince?
Yeah.
The cow makes mince. What do you mean mince is a fucking ingredient? It's not a food.
Well, I guess I don't know what.
He's brilliant at making mince. So is Sainsbury's.
But do you know when you have mince and dumplings?
Who's Vincent who?
No, mince and
Vincent Dumplings. Didn't he used to own Cardiff City?
No.
What is this?
No,
Vincent
What's
Dumplings?
going on here? So you have mince and dumplings. So you
I had mince and potatoes.
Fucking hell. Are you Oliver Twist? No wonder all the men in your family have died before the age of 60.
So
Mince and
That's
dumplings,
true.
what is it, just beef and potatoes?
What's this fact you just said?
Oh, have we not...
I don't think we've ever talked about this.
Can we talk about this, Ethan? Sorry.
What?
All of the men in Ethan's family
Well, you didn't really wait for a response.
have died under the age of 55?
Well, it's not all of the men. It's the last 3 men have sadly.
Fucking hell. Go on.
All died under the age of what?
None of them have made 55.
How old's your dad?
54?
He's maybe 52. 52.
Fucking hell.
Touch wood!
Couple of Christmases left.
Touch wood!
That's incredible.
Oh my God.
In a sad way.
Fucking hell. That's... So, no,
Led us on a right cul-de-sac
I think
here.
you need.
I don't know
I
what
think
to
you
say.
need some vitamins, Ethan, because you don't want to follow in those footsteps, do you?
You want to get to your 60s, don't you?
I always thought about this. I always thought that I'd never really make it into my 40s. For some reason, I've always kind of believed that. But
That you won't get past your 40s?
yeah, I've always kind of believed it. I've always thought I'd just drop down with a heart problem or something. But we're still going, and let's try not to think that way, eh?
What age would you be happy with, Joe?
Ethan dying?
No.
Anytime, really. Preferably after this podcast, because we want one more upload.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'll take it whenever. Me, if I get to 70, I'm all right.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
70 is the number where it's pretty much all downhill from there,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because that's when it's like, I mean, after about 50, they stop healing stuff.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
it's one of the
What?
big boys. If you go in with a bad ankle and you're 50 years old, they just go, wear and tear.
Do they?
The old W and T starts popping up more and more often after you get out
Wear
your
and
40s. Yeah, if it's just bad thumb, wear and tear.
Well, not really, because
arthritis.
Ethan's grand's still on the list for a new ankle.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. How is your nan's ankle? Still sore?
Yeah, I think she's just really giving up hope with getting that ankle fixed, I guess.
We could start like a, what is it like, where everyone puts their signatures?
And OnlyFans?
No.
Oh.
Petition.
A petition.
Oh,
Why
that's
for get Ethan's grand a new ankle.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Like we could do a little charity single like Chaz and Dave.
Yeah, well, any Sloppy Joes want to create that'd be good, and we'll get behind it fully.
A charity single to get Ethan's nan a new ankle. Like, do you know got a new motor? Is it Chaz and Dave, isn't
I
it?
don't know what you're talking about anymore.
Chaz and Dave.
Chaz and Dave, what, new motor? Should just put that in?
Yeah.
Chaz.
We're not going to be able to play it, but
and
for those
Dave.
at home, Google Chaz and Dave. I think it's Chaz and Dave, new motor. Is that a thing?
I don't know. When I just typed in Chaz and Dave new motor, it just comes up with Chaz and Dave next to a car.
There's a song called Summit New Motor.
Okay.
We'll get that, but new ankle.
Yeah. New ankle. Love it. So you'd be happy with 70?
What about you? And
I'm saying 70 as well. And I fancy I easily get to 70.
yeah.
Easily.
Do you know what? Unfortunately, fortunately I suppose, but unfortunately for the jealous amongst your peers,
Yeah.
you've got that sort of thing where you're revving the fuck out of this engine, if we're honest. Do you know what I mean? You like
I'm
a
riding
drink.
it all right.
You like a drink. Your job is to eat takeaways.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to live... I think you'll live
Do you know what
so
it is?
long.
I think it's because of how much water I drink.
Really?
You've never seen anything like it. If 80% of us is water,
It's not, but yeah, kind
could
of.
be. I want to
80% of you's water, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking drink so much. I think that'll just keep me going. Unless water gets a bit iffy.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will it?
What do you mean? Unless water gets a bit iffy, what's that sentence mean?
Gets like salty or something. I don't want to be able to drink. I don't want to be able to drink it then.
This
won't
water's
it?
a bit salty,
Yeah.
isn't it? And they're like...
I was just thinking then, do you know all of Ethan's, the men in his family have never got a Parker pen? You get that when you join the over 55 live cover, don't you?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, when you get sort of live coverage from Aviva.
But you have to be over 55
Oh.
for a Parker pen.
Oh, well, I hope I get that pen one day.
Full of Bics in his house, isn't it?
Yeah. No, yeah, the cheapest pens money can buy. Oh, well, I think you'll live to that age. And with your fake tan, you certainly look like you're going to.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
thank
doing
you.
well, Ethan. How's everyone's week been, Joe? We had a nice little weekend together, didn't we?
Yeah. We went to walk the dogs.
Can I say this?
Go on.
When I saw you,
Don't.
I thought you were taking the piss.
So, just to set the scene, me, you, Becky, Lizzie.
Is that what you meant when you said walking the dogs?
Right, if you don't shut your little dirty mouth, we'll be having more than words,
I
mate.
could see him getting so excited, right? When I could
knobhead.
see him revving up.
Are you going to let him talk about Becky like that?
No, naughty Ethan. What? Not a dog, is he?
Well, he's fucking acting like one. So we're in, us four, two dogs. One is it sort of, yours must be a border collie cross.
Yeah, something.
And
Heinz
then,
57.
And a big rumbly tumbly black lab called
Black lab.
Sky.
Lovely dog.
We're in Bramall Park, which is a wood cum estate.
What? Woodcombe Estate?
No.
What is it? I've never been to a Woodcombe Estate before.
No, like a sort of, like a shot cum cross. Or a cross cum shot. Oh no, that is something else. So it's part wood, part estate.
You're correct. Yeah.
So it's a wood cum estate.
Woodcombe Estate.
Or an estate cum wood. Anyway, I didn't think through just how muddy it was going to be.
Yeah, it was raining that morning.
And I turned up, dogs jumping everywhere, in this.
Yeah, you're wearing your outfit now. White jeans. Why have they got what are these jeans? Give me some history behind these jeans, please, because they are
splatterage from the walk.
Splatterage.
Mixes in, doesn't it?
And well, it wasn't the worst of your outfit because there was another element to it which you can't see now. What did you wear?
The butt plug.
No.
Oh, no. Sandals.
He wore, let's just get this right, ladies and gentlemen. He wore sandals to a park. Even in the summer, that'd be a bit odd.
It was like, do you know when like some sort of billionaire that's been living on their own desert island for 20 years, all of a sudden has to come back for Christmas, and they are dressed like nothing can touch them, but then all of a sudden they're just back in their hometown. I was dressed like some out-of-touch billionaire, wasn't I? Like, where's the roll the carpet over this dirt so I don't have to step in it. I was disgusting by the end of that, to the point where I got a little bit upset.
Yeah, you did. There was a little bit of the walk, 5 minutes to the end, from when we were walking, where
I lost my head.
As we were exiting the park, we just had a lovely time. We went to grab a coffee, stroll around the park. It was lovely.
Not a 9 out of 10, no, apparently, coffee. Even though we have it all the time. Got one right there now, but you don't like it. Carry on.
A couple of cappuccinos and the dogs on the way out of the park spot one final massive puddle. And Sky, the dog you brought, went straight into it.
Yeah.
With my dog following. And that's when Joe took a turn for the worst.
Because at this point, Lizzie just hands up, went, I can't deal with this. So then I'm looking at her thinking, you're the one that let her in the puddle in the first place. And now I've got to pick up the pieces in white jeans. This dog is now essentially a bomb.
Yeah, it is.
If you go near it, this thing will explode dirt all over you. The lead is completely sodden, so I'm holding it. It's dripping down my arm into the rare tracksuit.
Yeah.
Right? I honestly got in that car afterwards and I was just shaking my head for about 20 minutes.
Were you?
It's like...
What did you say to the dog? Because you were like fuming at the dog sometimes.
I said, not like this. That's what I said, over and
in
over.
In a comedic way,
and
Ethan, when the dog was being naughty, Joe Smith would bend down, look at it and go, naughty!
Oh, yeah.
And it would draw the attention of so many people.
Because I like to do that, because everyone else is like, oh, come here, stop it. I like to get right down square in the mush and go, dirty! Naughty little boy! Stuff like that. Really give it what for, but everyone sort of looked at us when I used to do that.
Funny as fuck that. But we had a good time, didn't we?
There's been a lot of me and you in the wild recently, hasn't it?
Ethan, why don't you come join us? Would you like to come on a walk?
No, thank you. No, I wouldn't.
What? Do you think you'd get on with Lizzie and Becky?
Yeah, I've got on with them before. I've made brief encounters with them, and it was all very nice experiences, I think, yeah.
So what's stopping you from joining us?
I don't really want to be frolicking around in puddles in the mud with yous two. Is it on a morning?
It was a morning, yeah.
It was, yeah. Well, I kind of tipped over into the afternoon, but what does that mean?
Why not?
I just...
You think you're better than us, do you?
Do you?
No, I just quite like, like the warmth of my own house as opposed to being out with yous two in the mud and that. Do you know what I mean?
You went walking today, though, didn't you? He said.
Oh, what?
You went walking today, though, didn't you?
I did go walking today on a treadmill.
Right.
Does that count?
He said he went walking, and now he's saying it was on a treadmill. I don't know if that counts, does it?
Yeah. I was walking on the treadmill for 40 minutes, inclined at the number 15, whatever that means, at the speed of 5 kilometres per hour.
Sounds boring, that.
It does sound incredibly
boring. What did you do
boring,
to pass the time?
Oh, I just looked out the window.
No music, no headphones.
This is so fucking bleak.
Wait, you surely you had like headphones or like a podcast or audiobook or music or something?
No, I just walk along and look out the window. Just look at the road. You can see the main road. Just have a look out there.
Honestly, are you AI? What the... Who on fucking earth has the attention span to walk uphill for 45 minutes with the same main road in front of them with no other
what
sustenance?
Goes through your mind?
I kind of almost make my own music because the walk of my feet off the treadmill.
Make your own kind of music.
What's the next
Sing
line?
your own special song.
Shit.
Go on then. What do you mean you make your own music? Is it the sound of the chafing?
No, well, it's just like if your feet going off the treadmill, because you're going at the same kind of like pace, aren't you? So you're getting a rhythm of like.
I'm not having it that for 45 minutes you created a rhythm in your head that occupied you for that long.
I just like kind of like, I don't know, just let my imagination run wild. Just kind of just.
I honestly isn't like monotonous same noise over and over again a sort of a well-trodden torture method used by many kind of dynasties over the centuries. You're essentially imposing self-torture for no reason. I think he would be torture-proof. You wouldn't. Then when we waxed you back and you said, if I ever get tortured, I'm telling them straight away.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't hold up to it. As much as I talk a big game, if someone twisted my fingernail off, I'm fucked. I think you could torture him for years and he'd just start laughing.
When was the last time you experienced pain, Ethan? Not emotionally. That's every now and again, isn't it?
Ooh,
but physically.
It can't be Chinese burned. So that's what, 1.2 billion people unable to torture him.
Last proper pain. I'm trying to think. I remember maybe like, might have been like 10 years ago. I was in a lake and my friend dropped a rock on my toenail and it came off and it took 2 years to grow back. That was quite painful.
Huh. What the fuck?
I don't know.
Why were you in a lake?
These cul-de-sacs. The cul-de-sac of the week is Ethan's new feature where he brings us down a.
So you haven't been in physical pain in 10 years?
I can't think.
That's a big statement, Ethan.
Physical pain. Well, I know maybe like a bit of exercise or a bit of a stitch on a run.
You couldn't play football for months because what was it?
Oh yes, I dislocated my finger in 3 parts. That wasn't too bad. That was just like
honestly,
it physically was all over the place, and I just couldn't keep playing
do you know on Game of Thrones where you get challenged to a duel, but you're allowed to have someone like fight as proxy?
Yeah.
If I ever was so basically, it's like I challenge you to a duel and you go.
I've seen that on like a gypsy travelling show I watched, where one of the guys couldn't be bothered boxing. You know, bare knuckle fights, so he sent his mate instead. That was fucking wild, that. That was on Channel 4, that.
Essentially the same.
Yeah.
If ever the circumstance arises where I'm a prisoner of war, but I can pick someone to be tortured by proxy,
Ethan James.
It's got to be Ethan. I think the guy's tortured.
I wouldn't like being tortured.
I know you wouldn't like it, but you'd
hell.
like it more than me.
It'd bring you back to the gym, wouldn't it? You're like, oh, not this again.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
My nipples are sore.
Are they? Becky been nibbling again?
Oof, that's a...
So, whoosh, no biting.
No.
Mummy doesn't like it when you bite.
Oh. Mainly because I'm running, if I'm honest.
Oh, yeah,
No
that
nipple
too.
biting. What do you do for a sore nipple?
Oh, my... someone I know.
Oh, here we go, Ethan.
Honestly, I'll show you a picture after this podcast. He had the worst jogger's nipple I've ever seen.
Is it called Joggers nipple?
Yeah.
Oof, it needs a better name, doesn't it?
What would you call it? Sprint it? What would you call it?
Carry on, I'll think of
5K
something good.
areola? And honestly, there's a picture of his Wolfsburg shirt that he wore, and it looks like he's got 2 giant jammy dodgers on it.
Oh, God.
Absolutely sodden with blood.
How does that happen?
It's just the constant rubbage of the
Up and
nubbage.
down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then by the time you finish your run, you know, the battle between nipple and clothes, often the material has won.
Is it usually like bigger fellas get it because the shirt's tighter?
What's he trying to say there?
Oh,
No,
the shirt's
tighter, like they don't make
surely
big
that
clothes.
would not. Surely then you'd be fine, wouldn't you? Go on, was your mate a bigger fella?
Not as... No, he's...
I'm not.
No.
You look at me like I'm fucking in.
The thing with you is you're good because you're like...
What do you mean I'm good?
Do you know when you buy like a really... Do you know when you go to Aldi and you buy the big block of cheese, the big cheddar that's like £5.89?
Yeah.
You're thick all the way through. You're dense. You're like a chalk ice. You're body shape wise. Do you know what I mean?
Think
Whereas
so.
some people, there are people that weigh what you weigh who are much more sort of gelatinous and blobular. Whereas you're quite stunk.
Yeah.
Strunky little monkey boy. Do you know what I mean? So I think you've got a good body shape for
Thank
your
you.
size, definitely. Do you know what I mean, Ethan?
That's a lovely compliment.
Do you know what I mean? You're
Ethan,
quite barrel-chested.
I think it's because I'm kind of just like you say, just rectangle.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you're not like some people look like
their baby belly's like whoa.
Yeah, or like a sort of a soup dumpling. Do you know it all sort of sags around the waistline?
Yeah.
You're just fucking.
Fucking hell.
That's genuinely, I mean that as a compliment. You've got a good shape to you. A lovable shape. What was the question?
I don't know. Something about nipples.
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, basically, just a bit of tape or some Vaseline. Or what you could do...
What kind of tape? Like
Any sort of tape. Just something to absorb the rubbish.
The tape I used to do in the Christmas presents.
Yeah, sellotape. No, just a bit of electrician's tape or something like that.
Electrician's tape?
Yeah. Or
How
you
much do
could
they
get a
charge for
little
that?
piece of doner meat and a kind of elastoplast and use that as some
Would
sort
blue
of
tack
padding.
work?
I don't know if you'd look fucking mental, would you? Two
I've
really
not got
big
them out.
blue
I've got my
nipples.
fucking nipples out.
Here's obviously the sexiest solution. Just pinch the nipple of the t-shirt and just cut it. So you just got your two little bleeding pepperonis out to the wind.
Say nipple tassels.
Could
That
you
could
wear?
work as well.
Could you wear a sports bra, Jerome? Could that help?
I don't think I could wear a sports bra. It's not what he's such a dick. He's done that for one reason only. I'm coming for you in this episode, Ethan. Fucking sports bra. I'll Google it and find out. Maybe I can.
The thing is, though, footballers wear those ones now where it looks like a sports bra, don't they? They've become not the norm.
I'll text a footballer.
Go on then.
Ask him where they get it from. I had a weird experience in Morrisons today.
Okay.
So, I'll talk you through it. Is that all right?
To be honest, it's a podcast, so I insist.
So this morning, going to Morrisons, and I'm only after two things. I'm after toilet roll and Rice Krispies.
And I'm all out of Rice Krispies.
It's got...
Wait.
I need some Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
So I get a box of Rice Krispies and I get a big thing of Morrison's own toilet roll, which is part of the story. First of all, I don't like that grown. What toilet roll do you buy?
Not the own
You're
brand.
literally wiping your ass with it.
Yeah. I treat my arse like Michael Winner would treat one of his Range Rovers.
Yeah, you talk enough out of it. Oh.
My thing has got a full service history. What? Full MOT, engine check and oil change every 5,000 miles. My arse is like the glove of someone that works handling the Doomsday Book. Pristine. I bet yours looks like a shoddily kept hedge, doesn't it?
What's
Topiary all over the place, brambles sticking out of it.
There's a Doomsday Book. What's this?
What?
What's this book you're on about?
The Doomsday Book.
What is it? What? Why? What's in it?
What do you... So you've never heard of that before?
Never heard of the Doomsday Book.
Okay. So from just what you've heard now, and the fact that you know it obviously requires love to turn the pages, although they don't actually do that anymore because it was deemed more damaging. Anyway, what do you think the Doomsday Book is?
Is it a book with nuclear codes in or something like that? So that it all kicks off.
No, they've got that on Kindle now.
Well, what was it?
I don't know exactly what it is, to be honest.
Right, so why?
But essentially, I've heard of it.
Oh,
Essentially, it was like one of the first. I don't know if it was had like the first laws in, or the first kind of like listing of people and jobs and all that sort of stuff. It's a very, very old societal book that kind of detailed a lot of the, I think, laws and kind of people of the time.
Okay.
If Ethan, you could Google that
Sure.
and just give us the exact definition. But it's basically a dead old book about in England that sort of set up society as it was a 1,000 years ago or so.
Nice.
You've not heard of that before?
Never heard that before. Ethan, what do you use to wipe your bum? You got a very bleeding bum, haven't you?
Yeah, that's because I use sandpaper.
He gets Rice Krispies and toilet roll like you, but he glues the Rice Krispies on first and then goes for it.
Ooh.
Shards. The Doomsday Book is a comprehensive record of the extent, value, ownership and liabilities of land in England made in 1086 by the order of William I. There we go. I'd say I did all right there.
Yeah, you did right. So it's still alive. It's still around.
Yeah, it's still alive.
Where is it? In the library somewhere.
I think it's in Lincoln or something. Anyway,
That's
so
nice.
you're in.
So I'm in Morrisons. I've got my toilet roll and I've got my packet of Rice Krispies. As I pay in the checkout, it occurs to me that I need to go to I need the toilet soon. And one of my 2023 goals is not to have any accidents this year. So So as soon as I get an inkling that I might...
Are you 4 years old?
As soon as I get an inkling that I might need it...
Not to have any accidents this year. Like it's happening all the time.
As soon as I get an inkling that I might need the toilet, I go. Of course I do. But I've got a situation on my hands here where I've got a packet of Rice Krispies and a big 24-pack of Morrisons' own toilet roll.
And the question is, which one do I shit into?
So I go into the Morrisons toilet, which is past the checkouts. And I go in and I'm like, well, fuck this. So I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to go into the cubicle. 2 cubicles are free, by the way. I don't want to go into the cubicle with my toilet roll and Rice Krispies.
Surely the toilet roll, this is the home for that kind of device.
Well, I thought that before. I don't know. I don't want it. It was a big box and the cubicles are quite small. So I leave it in the corner of the toilet where it's not near. It's not
so much more fucking rancid.
No, because it's not near any sinks or toilets. It's like in the corner away from everything, kind of. If you go into this Morrisons, you'd see. So I'll leave it there. Great. Go into the toilet, do what I need to do. A minute in, I hear someone come in and use the cubicle next to me, right? Yeah. And then there's a bit of kerfuffle.
Is it?
And he exits the cubicle before returning pretty swiftly back, right?
Double decker.
So I leave the toilet after about 5-6 minutes, probably 15. And I go outside, wash my hands, and I turn. Just my Rice Krispies are there. So in my mind,
we all know exactly what happened. No one, you don't need to say another word.
No, because there's twists to the tails.
No way. So obviously, the guy got caught short. There was no toilet roll in his, and he's gone out and grabbed yours.
Well, so I'm there waiting because I think I've just paid £6 for this big bag. It's a massive 24-pack of toilet roll. I think the fuckers just took it inside the cubicle.
Did you take all 24?
That's what I mean. It must have been such a rush. I think fucking hell. So I'm stood there and I'm waiting. I think I've got to wait, but I don't want him to know that I'm waiting. Also, people are coming in and see me waiting outside a cubicle.
Yeah. Eating a bowl of Rice Krispies.
But also, they're like, well, there's one next to him. Why isn't he going in that? What a weird guy. So I'm just like, fucking hell, I wish this is over soon.
How do you even explain that? A stranger in that toilet, I think, is using my toilet roll that I bought. So I'm just waiting for him to be done so I can confront him about it.
Then the flush happens, and then you hear the rumbling, the coach getting on, the lock of the door opening, and this guy's there, and I look. There's no toilet. My toilet roll's not in there. What's going on now?
So what was his face like, looking like when you?
You all right, mate? I said the toilet roll. I said yeah, there's plenty. He's like, yeah, but he didn't get what I was getting at because obviously he doesn't know. So I'm stood there, pack of Rice Krispies in my hand. I've got
snap, crackle, and plop.
He's been pissing down rain outside, so I look all in a mess. I'm like, toilet roll?
Like he probably thinks you're stood there with a Rice Krispies box full of your own shit.
Yeah.
Needing
and
to
the cubicle next to me, by the way, so there's only 2 cubicles. That one's empty. So this random guy stood outside, Rice Krispies in hand, shouting toilet roll. So I go, what the fuck's going on in here? Anyway, so I get out and leave. And next thing you know, I see the fucking cleaner with Morrison's toilet roll, handing it out into the girls' toilets, the disabled toilets. They're filling up with my toilet roll.
No.
So there's about 10 rolls missing now, so I have to go buy another packet. And that's the end of the story.
Did you not? What? Surely you could have got that for free.
No, because what can I say?
You go up to someone and say, I went in for a shit. I took in my Rice Krispies and my toilet roll with me because I'm mad. Then I left them outside, came back out, the toilet roll was gone. I then stood outside the second cubicle, confronted a man thinking he'd used my toilet roll. He hadn't. I come out, I see the cleaners dishing out left, right and centre. Demand, I deserve more roll. Why don't you say that?
I just don't like confrontation, so I went and bought another packet. And, yeah. All I can think of now is people in Morrisons for the next maybe couple of days are wiping their arse on me.
On your dime.
On me. Fuming.
I'm proud of you, though.
Proud of me for what?
Just for the way you handled it, standing outside of a cubicle waiting for a man to finish doing the poo. It's quite beautiful, really, isn't it?
I've got a question, and I've got maybe something that people can get involved in. SloppyJoesPodcast at gmail.com. It was brought to my attention the other day about and I think other friendship groups might have this, is like a mystery inside your friendship group or family. Something where something has happened, no one has owned up to it, and it's still a mystery to this day. And maybe if there's old cold cases that people are watching have in their friendship group, sorry, that's me, that squeak in the chair, maybe we could solve them. So please, if you've got any cold cases, anything where something in your friendship group, there's been like a who's done this to what or who did that, get involved. SloppyJoesPodcast.
Yeah, at gmail.com. And absolutely nothing serious.
Yeah. No.
Not like we haven't seen her since type stuff. We're not going to be like cracking the case. We were watching Knives Out the other night. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's
why I kind of was reminded of it. Do you know what you make of it?
I think the first one's better than the second one.
Yeah.
The second one's just like silly. Or it's a bit like Elon Musk, but it's all funny. Rubbish. The first one was good. Or a whodunit, as they call them. Or as Lizzie read, reading the word for the first time, if you haven't seen the word whodunit, it's quite confusing. A wad unit. So this is the episode. This is the feature: sloppy wad units.
Sloppy wad units. Ethan, do you have anything in your friendship group with a mystery? Like who shit in a bin, or who did this, who that?
Who shagged Gary's dad?
Oh, any mysteries? We did have. I'm trying to think. There was the incident of the missing cigarettes, but no one ever found out who that was.
And what happened there?
Well, yeah, because none of our house smoked. Yet there was a pack of cigarettes that disappeared, and then, which can only mean that somebody smoked. But there's 10 individuals lived in the house at the time.
Why was there a pack of cigarettes in the house if no one smoked?
Because we had a gathering in which smokers came round and they left
The dirty smokers.
Unbelievable.
And these smokers came round and just obviously left the stuff and the cigarettes.
The
and
mucky sticks.
yeah, probably their drugs as well. And we couldn't find the missing cigarettes that were kept in Matt's drawer for safety.
Well,
and they
obviously
just
Matt-
disappeared.
So Matt smoked them then, hasn't he?
No, Matt denied it.
Matt did it.
Yeah, Matt did it.
What about you? There must be some in your
There's a
friendship
couple.
group.
So who set the tent on fire? One day we used to go camping. About 6 of our mates, and one morning about 8 o'clock, the tent just caught fire. Who did it?
Whose tent was it?
It was a guy called Nick.
And was Nick in the tent at the time?
Nick was in the tent at the time. I was the only one outside the tent, so people would point the finger
So
at
it's
me.
obviously you then.
It wasn't me. I didn't set the tent on fire.
Well, either Nick set it on fire from inside.
Andy
or you
was
did
also
it.
inside there, and the rumours had it that Andy might have just fucking bit of a laugh trying to set the tent on fire. But I also think Mother Nature might have had a say. With the dying embers of our fire, one of them might have flown and just caught, and then...
Did it completely go up?
No, it went up a bit, but then we caught it. Who pissed in the milk bowl is another one.
That was you.
One day, it wasn't actually me. We were on a school trip. We went away, and there's 6 of us in a room. And then one lunchtime, we get back to the room, and there's a milk bottle just filled with piss by the sink.
How did you know it was piss?
You knew. You knew.
You just knew.
You knew. So they're my 2 mysteries, both unsolved. So we'd love your mysteries, please.
Someone pissed in the in one of my mates' like, do you know they have like a cabinet with like all like china in and decorative plates and that. Someone pissed in that on a party once.
Jesus.
We found out who it was.
Who was it?
I can't say.
Why did they do it? Just crazy.
Just drunk and upset.
Right, well, anyway, get your mysteries in.
I love a mystery.
I love a
I'm
mystery.
good at mystery. Do you like Cluedo?
Nah, I don't really like Cluedo.
Why? You said that like something bad's happened.
I've never played it, to be fair.
So how do you know you don't like it?
It's like, not asked.
Just making it up. Should we do a 9 out of 10 club?
Yeah, it's 9 out of 10 club. But ladies and gentlemen, what is the 9 out of 10 club?
Basically, we just bring a food that we think is 9 out of 10. It's very simple. If we vote it in, it goes in. Okay? And starting from next week, it will be viewer submissions only. So get your 9 out of 10 clubs to sloppyjoes@gmail.com. SloppyJoesPodcast, at gmail.com. Send in a video, send in some text, send in an audio clip, a food that you think should be 9 out of 10 and why, and we will review it and decide whether it goes in or not. But before that, we have an entry from Ethan James of this very
ladies and gentlemen.
parish.
I mean, this should be a good one, Ethan, because we're on a good run. Whipped cream. Did that get in? Yeah.
Of course it didn't.
Shut up. And
didn't.
obviously...
Guinness that didn't get in
Guinness,
as well.
that didn't get in either. So we're on a terrible run.
Yeah,
Before that, I brought in coffee and that didn't get in, despite the fact that it's the only thing that I've ever seen you eat or drink more than once. You're drinking it right now, but you don't like it, apparently. Ethan James.
And I've brought in, by far, the greatest chocolate that the world has ever seen, and it's Lindt chocolate. Lindt chocolate.
Okay.
FC.
Do you know why I feel like, Ethan, this is half-arsed? Because,
It's not half-arsed.
No, because normally you've got a really good build-up.
Yeah.
And there was no build-up to that.
That was a good build-up.
No, you literally just went, the world's greatest chocolate Lindt. Do we all have a ball each, or what?
Oh, you've got...
Chuck 'em over.
You've got multiple
Chuck 'em
balls.
over the top.
All right, so...
How many balls could you get in your mouth at once, Ethan? Oh, great.
That's the question we all want the answer to.
This looks like the... what's that thing in Quidditch?
The golden snitch.
Jeez. Fucking hell. For the audio listeners, Ethan just lobbed it at the plasma telly.
Honestly, it left like a ripple on it for a second. Yeah, we've got
Sorry.
a little golden snitch. For anyone who hasn't had it, the Lindor Lindt ball, conceptually, is a sort of how would you describe it? A kind of cuckoo clock of sorts, isn't it? Because on the outside, it just
mad.
resembles a sort of a Malteser or something like that. But then you bite inside, and there's almost, I wouldn't say molten, but kind of a, what's the word?
Like a softer shell, like a moussey kind of texture.
Heaven on the tongue, some might say.
Right, talk us through why you like it then. It's really soft in the middle and a bit firmer on the
So
outside.
this is my favourite chocolate. I always every time I go down to Canterbury, Manisha gives me it, so it makes it worth the
She
trip.
gives you what, sorry?
She gives me Lindt chocolate.
Okay.
The balls.
She gives me the Lindt chocolate balls, and they're delicious. Good memories. They're
Name
just
2 memories.
well,
Associated with the balls. You said good memories. That was the first thing you said. Great chocolate. Good memories. Go
I
on,
never
give-
thought of chocolate and gone, oh, good memories of that chocolate.
Yeah, give us 2 memories associated with this.
well, like I said, I always get given them from Manisha. So one would be getting off the train and then saying hello and saying I'll give you some Lindt chocolate, and the other one would
Straight
be,
away, she just gives you chocolate.
That's
That's mad, that. So you get off this train, you've been on the train for 4 hours and straight away she goes, hello, here's Lindt.
well,
She doesn't just hand it over. She goes, "I'll give you some Lindt chocolate." I don't know why she's got a Geordie accent.
then it just makes the trip worthwhile.
Okay, and the memory.
That's the, hold on.
It's not seen. Not
That's
seen.
the only thing that
You're like, I'm not fucking coming unless there's a Lindt on the platform. Okay? No, you're not enough by yourself. What else, memory-wise?
The other one would be when she used to live in Preston, and I used to go to Preston station, and I remember once getting off the train and I gave her some flowers. She gave us a hug, then she gave us some Lindt chocolate.
So both memories are you getting off the train and immediately being handed a little treat by your girlfriend like you're a Labrador.
Well,
Come on, Ethan, get off the train. No, I'm staying in the engine. Get out of that train engine, we'll give you a little chocolate. You what? A little chocky? Oh, cheers, mate. Fucking hell. I bought you some
Absolutely
self-raising flowers. You said you like flour.
Funny that, Ethan.
Right, anyway.
So,
Joe McGrath, what do you think?
listen, it is beautiful chocolate. I put it on my mouth.
Put it where?
On my mouth, in my mouth, round my tongue, licked it for a bit.
No.
Next thing you know, I'm in heaven.
You're pregnant.
I took a bite of it, and then it gets better because it's soft on the inside, hard on the outside. I've got to say, it is a really
It
good
is.
bit of
it's
chocolate.
fantastic.
This is my this is one of Liz's favourites. These. The only thing I would say about them, and I don't want this to be like old Joe poo-poos sweet things because he don't like it. Because I'll rate the quality of it. For me, the centre's like it's like normal chocolate has been mixed with loads of oil.
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
oily, oily.
No.
Like it's not
Oily.
it's not chocolate. It's like it's too smooth and like slippery almost in the middle. Does that do you not get that at all?
No.
Okay. I don't really love chocolate, but do you know what I mean though? It's all silky and
I've never eaten
screaming.
a Lindt and go, fucking hell, there's a lot of oil there.
I do. But here's the thing: I don't like chocolate, and if I let that cloud my judgment, we'd never get anything chocolatey in this feature.
Yeah.
So what I will say is, I think it's a very good example of chocolate.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Cadbury's Dairy Milk for me,
No, it is.
but I'm willing to put it in because I respect and I recognise the occasion. I think that it coming in its own little thing. I like the shape of it. Yeah, it's got a sort of majesty to it. It, like you said, it's like a golden snitch from Harry Potter. 100 points. We've won. Gryffindor wins. You don't get that with a Kinder Surprise.
I've got a game. How many have you got, Ethan?
I'm shitting them. I've got
Let's
quite
stuff
a few.
Ethan's mouth.
How
with
many
this.
do you think you get in? I say 6.
I think 7.
Well,
Go on. We'll pay you back for them.
no, I'm worried about the choking hazard.
No, we'll finger
Alright,
you.
go on.
We'll finger them out if we have to.
Try and get 6 in.
6?
Yeah, go on.
But what? Do I have to do this?
Pretty much.
Right,
Kinda.
okay.
So
I was
You know the audiences love it.
you stay there, put the camera on us, and I've got a couple of emails. Just try and get as many as you can in, yeah? 6 I've gone for, you've gone 7.
I regret it a bit. But go on, yeah, Ethan.
Want to give a big shout out, whilst Ethan stuffs his face with balls.
Again.
We should have put this on the Patreon. OnlyFans. To people with great jobs that listen to the Sloppy Joes podcast. They've been coming thick and fast.
People with great jobs. You don't get this feature anywhere else.
No. So
I'm getting scared.
How many have you
Let's
got in
have
a
a
minute?
is that a Joker?
Why do you look like you're about to make me an offer I can't refuse?
How many have you got in?
2, obviously. You're
Just
fucking
2.
joking. Look, what do you mean? How many have you got in?
Gotta get-
One there, one there.
We'll allow you to stop at 4.
I'm a bit worried about this.
Come
the,
on.
the main cavity of mouth hasn't got any chocolate in at the minute. We'll finger them out if we must.
3.
We'll start with 3 and then we'll go from there. This is what's the world record, Joe? There's got to be a world record for most Lindors stuffed in a sort of a young Geordie gob.
4.
4 is the world record. So that's 3. You can easily fit another one in there. You can talk round 3.
Let's have a look. Have you got 3 in?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, you can
Go
get
on,
another
say
one
something.
in. You can easily get another one on. Right, carry on,
Right,
Joe.
okay, right. So here's some people with great.
I hate this.
One more.
One more. Here's some people with great jobs. Please don't die though. Davin Brits has got in touch. Did you see this one?
No.
Davin Brits is a diabetes researcher from the US.
When you say he's got in touch, is this through your GP?
No. Go on. Are you feeling all right?
You can get another one easy.
You got diabetes on the way. 4.
Oh,
Right, less of that. One more. We can get up to 5. Carry on.
Diabetes researcher in the US, loves the show.
Great.
So I put, do I have diabetes?
I love that.
Back to-
Said in a spiral of mental
And
health.
guess what he says? Right?
Probably.
He went,
How many is that?
4.
That's 5.
5.
Close your lips around it and we'll give you the points.
what points?
I swear.
No, like just like that.
Oh, God. Always going to spit it out. Keep them.
Keep your...
Ethan, keep them. It'd be nice, though.
He's gone.
He's just left.
5.
Diabetes research in the US says loves the show, the Sloppers. So I said, have I got diabetes? He went, ha ha ha, hard to tell.
I love that. I love
That's
that.
so funny. He's not said no.
He blended the hard to tell.
Go get tested for your glucose levels. Lose that 3 stone, and you'll probably be in the clear. This is because we did say I'm going to lose 3 stone.
Have you weighed yourself yet?
No.
You don't have to tell me what it is, but have you?
No.
Okay.
Joe Smith is probably more at risk.
What the fuck? What? Where's that come from?
Joe Smith is probably at risk.
Why?
That's it. And then if you read the comments. Chris is a wildlife biologist in California.
Love this. This American contingent that we've
great,
got.
innit?
Wildlife biologist. So presumably he's telling a tapir what's
Yeah.
what.
This
This
a good
guy
one.
is twisting the legs of a camel.
You want to know what this person's twisting? Dr. Natalie. Hi, Joes and Ethan. I'm a member of the Royal College of GPs and have special interest in medical ethics and gynecology.
Oh. That's the...
What is it, Ethan?
Gynecology, is that fannies and that?
Oh, God. Over the past 12 months, I've saved numerous lives, delivered many babies, performed surgery, had multiple medical research papers published, and most importantly, became a fully qualified slop mama.
Oh.
I've watched since the first podcast. I support via Patreon. I came to the live show. My husband David went on stage during the Family Fortunes game. He just missed out. I'm proof, if ever needed, that doctors do indeed listen.
Incredible.
When
she said... Yeah, that's for the NHS.
Dr. Natalie Latcham.
Yeah, full name, that's always a good idea.
Should I do... That's why I said...
When she said delivered babies, where's she delivering them to?
It's not like Amazon, is it?
Oh, I don't know, is it? If I'm out, where can we leave it?
Left him with your neighbour. You know what a surprise that would be.
In the blue bin. Wow, we've got actual proper people that listen to us. I thought it was just going to be slugs and doolittles. Do you know what I mean? Well, like us, we're just a bit shit, aren't we?
Yeah.
But it's like, she's making a difference, Joe. That person there before has probably counted how many, legs a spider's got. Incredible. What else we got?
We've got a couple more minutes left of the show. Mm-hmm. So, do you want to do an Agony buns?
Oh, yeah. Been a while.
Zam's been in touch.
Agony buns. Agony buns. Agony buns. Agony buns. Agony buns.
Buns. Zam's been in touch. Hi, Joes, Ethan. Hope you guys are doing well. I've recently moved home, and me and my partner have some unexplained circumstances. 1, the garden gates being left open. 2, marks on the back door window of a handprint. 3, parcels going missing.
Oh, I don't like this.
So after these so-called coincidences stated by my partner, I took things into my own hands. I installed cameras and found the culprit. It was my nosy neighbour who likes to peek and check on our well-being at unreasonable times. So how do I go about this? Do I go full Rambo, going hard, or do I calm things down in another way?
Wow.
Should I leave him to it as well? Because he's generally causing no harm. Great podcast as always. P.S. You can use my name Zam, as I very much doubt the culprit watches the podcast, because you've already read that out.
Ooh.
So your neighbour is spying on you.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, and also stealing from them, by the sound of things.
Oh, yeah, missing parcels.
Yeah.
That's the weird bit.
It's not just like, they left the gate open. They're nicking off. Can't be nicking off.
What's nicking off?
Nicking off you.
Ah.
No, it's not a place in Cyprus.
Ethan's been there on a lad's holiday.
I think Harry Maguire got arrested there. This is an atrocity.
Yeah.
If someone, honestly, if I saw a handprint on my back window, no pun intended, or no innuendo intended, okay. The anxiety would go from here, see you next week. The idea that someone is creeping into my property of a night time, hands on the window and looking in, terrifies me. That you have to go round.
You have to.
Because what's the other option? Eventually, you have a dog flap installed because maybe your partner wants a dog. Next thing, the neighbour is in the living room with you, riding side saddle on what can only be described as a matrix of nosy neighbours. They've all come through like a rat king. Do you know what a rat king is? Google rat king, Ethan. Google rat king. Yeah. I'll put a picture in the podcast. A rat king is sometimes loads of rats all hook their tails together as a sort of life craft mechanism. Yeah. So they can survive like a great flood or something. Wow. But sometimes they become fused.
That's fucking disgusting. That is honestly
sometimes the tails can become fused and they can't get undone again. Go to the picture to the right of that, Ethan.
No. We don't want to put viewers off.
Yeah, that. Just a big web of rats. So imagine there's a nosy neighbour.
I have no idea how you've got here.
So all the neighbours have realised this is the house we're allowed to peer into. They've got cameras and they've not stopped us. You've got to go round, put a stop to it and go, "Where's my parcels, you mug?"
Yeah.
What would you do?
I'd create a fake parcel and probably shit in it. And then once he has that and he's taking it around to his house, give it 2 or 3 days, he won't do it again. Imagine opening a parcel and it's just one of those like glitter bombs.
Glitter bomb
or
would
just
be
a
good.
bomb.
Glitter bomb would be great. You can order those off Amazon, can't you?
Yeah.
Or online.
So then as soon as the nosy neighbour thinks he's going to fucking boom, you know him then.
Yeah,
and then once the right, imagine that glitter everywhere, it's falling everywhere.
Underneath the eyelids.
The neighbour can't see, and then you're just at his window.
Yeah.
Wanking.
No. Ethan, what are you doing?
Well, I'm certainly not doing that.
I think this has happened to Ethan, and that's why, because they did a bomb full of fake tan instead. And as soon as it opened, Ethan has had to walk round Salford Quays.
With his dad's mints.
With his dad's mints dripping down his chin after a lovely dumpling sesh, and he's been caught red-handed, haven't you? Or in this case, brown-faced.
What? Can we say that?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What would I do in this situation, Joe? Well, I guess one of the risks would be, is this person dangerous? Is this neighbour dangerous? And I wouldn't want to get conflict with them. So maybe, I don't know, I'd just try and like protect your house and that. Maybe.
What, like Kevin McAllister from Home Alone? Just putting a red hot thing over the door handle, putting loads of toy cars next to the door. That'd be good. Swinging paint cans from the ginnel, whatever you want to call it. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
It would be safer, and it's an act of defence as well rather than an attack. So if you can try and like you said, Home Alone, it, try and trick them into thinking like you're gone or whatever. Maybe everything becomes safe and that.
Yeah. All you have to do is, I think what happens at one point is he drops a red hot iron onto someone's face, and then the second one he drops a brick onto someone's face.
Yeah.
So just do that to your next door neighbour. Go onto your roof and drop a brick onto their face, rather than just saying, "Can you not come round to my house anymore?"
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of the Sloppy Joes podcast. Remember, new episodes are out every Friday, and we are currently looking for an intern. So SloppyJoesPodcast at gmail.com.
Video editing intern. Yeah. Episodes Tuesdays and Fridays. Join the Slop Shop. We've also got a message from one of the original Sloppers who I said could get a free t-shirt.
Got
And a free
loads, by the
t-shirt
way.
is coming to you.
Is it actually true? Is it actually?
Yes. Thank you very much for joining us. This has been the Sloppy Joes podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye!
Wave, Ethan, please. Come on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.